North Korea has intensified the provocations and criticism of South Korea. Since July 25th, the communist country has carried out major weapons tests 6 times, involving newly developed short-range ballistic missiles, with the latest one taking place on August 16th, a day after South Korean President Moon Jae-in vowed to establish a peace economy in his Liberation Day speech. It also has intensified its verbal condemnation against Seoul, threatening to end inter-Korean dialogue. This week, Korea Now will look into Pyongyang's recent series of provocations and their background. The latest launch came 6 days after North Korea fired 2 projectiles into the East Sea believed to be short-range ballistic missiles. Though neither North Korea nor the South Korean military identified their exact type, experts have said they bear outward similarity to the U.S. Army Tactical Missile System, or ATACMS, a surface-to-surface missile system manufactured by Lockheed Martin. It is also the 8th test this year that started in May after a 17-month hiatus. The latest firing came along with a harsh rhetoric against South Korea. The North's Committee for the Peaceful Reunification of the country issued a statement on the same day in which it lashed out at President Moon's address a day earlier, marking Liberation Day from Japan's colonial rule. Calling Moon an impudent guy rare to be found, the North's statement dismissed his Thursday speech as rhetorical and thoughtless remarks. And it also said that Pyongyang has no intention to talk with South Korea again, calling it a senseless hope to expect talk to be resumed when Seoul's joint military exercise with the United States is over. The North condemnation of the South, which followed the no-deal Hanoi summit between Washington and Pyongyang in February, seems to have reached its climax with Moon's speech. It might be an apparent protest against the Seoul-Washington military exercise and Seoul's defense plan announced earlier last week outlining its 5-year major weapons procurement project. However, analysts also say the series of provocations and condemnations are aimed at pushing Seoul to play a bigger role in advancing their cross-border projects like the Kaeseong Industrial Complex and the Kumgangsan tours. In the same context, the North is taking its typical strategy, talking only with the US while shunning the South. Pyongyang has recently been thought to be trying to sever ties and dialogue with Seoul in an apparent attempt to enhance its chances of direct dialogue with the US, as well as of securing concessions from Washington. It could also be a case that the North might have judged that inter-Korean dialogue would be useless. This is because inter-Korean relations have not moved a step forward despite the 3 inter-Korean summits last year, which from the point of Pyongyang's view was due to the US-led sanctions. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un sent a letter to Trump in the midst of conducting such military actions earlier this month. Trump tweeted that Kim expressed a small apology for testing the short-range missiles. He added that Kim said such saber-rattling would stop when the joint exercise ends. Kim also expressed his will to resume talks with the US on its nuclear programs as soon as the exercise is over, according to the US president. During their surprise meeting in the inter-Korean border village of Panmunjom at the end of June, Trump and Kim agreed to resume nuclear talks, and the US has suggested working-level dialogue, which did not happen yet. Now the exercise ended, and US Special Representative for North Korea Stephen Biegun just visited Seoul earlier this week. Can it be a possible sign of the resumption of negotiations on the North nuclear weapons program? What are your thoughts on this? Please let me know with your comments below, and thank you for watching Korea Now.